Entering Upon a Deeper Worship, Steps to Christ by Ellen G. White. Fact number 1. The Sabbath was given to all mankind at the creation of this world. The seventh-day Sabbath was given to mankind on the seventh day of creation week. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. Genesis 2:1-3. God dedicated and set aside the Sabbath as a rest day 2,000 years before the first Jew, Abraham, is considered by all to have been the first Jew. He lived about 2000 BC. Biblical records indicate that the creation of the world took place about 4000 BC. So the Bible Sabbath is not Jewish. It is for mankind. It is for all the world. The Sabbath was made for man, Mark 2:27. Fact number 2, the Sabbath is a memorial of creation and our salvation. First, it is a memorial of creation. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. Exodus 31:17. As a memorial of the creation of the world, the Sabbath cannot pass away without first having this world pass away and creating a new one. Our planet could not have a new or different Sabbath day without having it first hurled into oblivion, and then a new planet created from nothing, but no such event has occurred. Second, the Sabbath is a symbol of our salvation. When we keep it, we tell all the world that we belong to God and that we serve and obey Him. The seventh-day Sabbath is a sign of our conversion, sanctification, and salvation. Verily, my Sabbaths ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am the Lord that doth sanctify you. Exodus 31:13. Moreover, also I gave them my Sabbaths to be a sign between me and them, that they might know that I am the Lord that sanctify them. Ezekiel 20:12. Fact number 4, the seventh day Sabbath commandment lies in the very heart of the moral law of 10 commandments. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thy labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. Okay, so I'm touching on the facts here. It says, fact number 5, the weekly seventh-day Sabbath is part of the moral law contained in the 10 Commandments. It will stand forever. The yearly Sabbaths were part of the ceremonial laws that prefigured or foreshadowed the death and ministry of Christ. These shadow laws, such as Passover and the wave sheaf, which were a part of the ceremonial or sacrificial law, would not endure past the death of Christ. For the ceremonial law, having a shadow of good things to come and not the very image of the things, can never, with those sacrifices which they offered year by year, continually make the comers thereunto perfect. For then would they not have ceased to be offered, but in those sacrifices there is a remembrance again made of sins every year. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins. Hebrews 10:1-4. These ceremonial laws were not written on rock, but were contained in ordinances written on parchment. the rock was to endure, but the ordinances that foreshadowed the death of Christ were to pass away at his death. It is for this reason that we do not today observe the yearly Sabbaths of the Passover and the wave sheaf, blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took it out of the way, nailing it to his cross. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink, or in respect of any holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Christ. Colossians 2:14, 16 through 18. Fact number 7. According to the New Testament, the apostle of Jesus always kept the Bible Sabbath. The apostles kept the Bible Sabbath. Read Acts 13:14, Acts 13:42, Acts 16:13, and Acts 17:1-2 for more on that. Okay. So let's see what other facts are coming in here. All right, fact number 8. So we just looked at 7. Okay. 7 says, according to the New Testament, the apostles of Jesus always kept the Bible Sabbath. And then 8, God predicted in Scripture that men would later try to change the law of God, and especially the time law. The Bible Sabbath is very important, for it is the very center of our worship of God. If men were later to try to change it to another day, we should surely expect a Bible prophecy saying that it would happen. And the little horn power, shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. Daniel 7:25. The church of the dark ages was to rule the world for 1260 years, and during this time would try to tear out God's holy time law and put a counterfeit in its place. Oh, what blasphemy men can dream up when they are tempted by Satan to gain religious control over their fellow men. Fact number 9. The seventh-day Sabbath instituted by God at the creation of the world is the seal of his governmental authority. So let's see. God's basic governmental code for mankind is the 10 Commandments. Of those 10, only the Sabbath commandment reveals the name of our Creator and Lawgiver. Of all the commandments in the Decalogue, only the 4th commandment reveals the name, authority, and dominion of the author of this law. All right, let's see. What else do we want to check out in here? Fact number 10. Where is 9? The seventh-day Sabbath instituted by God at the creation of the world is the seal of his governmental authority. Okay, and then 10. God's remnant people will keep the Bible Sabbath, and that holy day will be kept throughout eternity. Even though there are over 2,000 denominations today, the remnant people of God living at the end of time can be identified. God has identified them for us after speaking about how the Antichrist power of the dark ages tried for centuries to destroy the people of God. We are told how to identify them in these last days just before Christ returns in the clouds for his own. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Revelation 12:17. And the third angel, after warning all men against receiving the mark of the beast, tells us clearly who will be the little group that will stand apart from this almost universal apostasy. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Revelation 14:12. It will be an almost universal apostasy. All around us can be seen a rising tide of rebellion against the Ten Commandments. The colleges and universities teach that man is but an animal descended from worms and amoeba. The churches teach that God destroyed the Ten Commandments at Calvary and that Jesus died to take sinners to heaven. And just as they are, governmental agencies are relaxing moral restrictions and permitting gambling, abortion, homosexuality, and other vices. This world is becoming a curse, but soon God will intervene. Prophecy tells us that before the end, there will be a small company who will stand true to the commandments of God by faith in Jesus Christ. And soon this present evil world will be ended suddenly by the return of Jesus Christ, and heaven will begin for the faithful. Revelation 21:22 tells us about this new life with Jesus when sin has come to an end and the wicked are no longer alive. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. Revelation 22:14. So there you have it. Be blessed.